it's Jenny. Welcome back to the Bookworms, buddy. I had a request to do a review, and that review would be for Stephen King, The Shining. I really like this book. This is one of my favorites by Stephen King. And if you've just watched the movie and you never read the book, no. That movie was horrible. It was a horrible adaptation. Everything was different in it. So, yeah, if you liked that movie, pick up the book. It's so much more in-depth, so much better than what they did with that movie. It was just very disappointing for me. I know a lot of people really liked it. I, however, did not like it. They changed way too much in it, and it just took away from it, in my opinion. So, for the review, this book is about a family. There's Jack, his wife Wendy, and their son Danny. Jack gets a job opportunity to look after this hotel in the off season, which is winter time, because it's a resort hotel. It's called the Overlook. So he agrees to it because he needs the job, and he needs to make the money for his family. So he says, sure, we're going to do it. They can have any room that they want in the Overlook to stay in. There's a huge kitchen for Wendy to be able to fix the meals in. And it just seems like it's going to be just this huge break in their lives. Like, they're going to just have a great time, and they're all looking forward to it. So they get there into the hotel, and things start happening. Things from the past start to make appearances to Jack. Jack is the one that's visualizing these things. And he starts this very slow descent into insanity. And the way King wrote that was brilliant. It actually has you glued to the book as you're watching Jack just turn into this completely different person. Now, it was obvious that Jack did have some issues before he got to the Overlook. I mean, he has, like, I would say anger management issues and stuff like that. But his descent, his slow descent into insanity just blew my mind. And then you got Danny, who is told by Dick Halloran, who is the groundskeeper, that Danny has the shine. And Danny starts seeing some really strange things. Now, it is thrust upon Danny to, like, defeat the evils. Okay, he's this young boy, and he needs to defeat the evil things that are going on, as his dad is becoming one of these evil things. So, you got the two, fighting against each other. It was just fantastic. The imagery, the descriptions, the everything, the development of the characters, it was just brilliant, in my opinion. I really, really did like Jack's character because he was developed so well, and it was a slow development. Like, you actually watched him evolve into this thing that he became, and it was brilliant the way that he did it. And Danny was also, he was trying to learn, what this was all about. Now, when you're reading the book, you kind of forget about the shining that Danny has. And even Dick Halloran has the shining. And if it wasn't for Halloran, Danny probably would have been completely lost. And you kind of forget about that aspect of the book because the hotel is such a huge part of the story. And so then Stephen King comes out with Dr. Sleep, and I think what this was meant to do was to bring people back to the shining part, because Dr. Sleep was about Danny and how he's dealing with that, with the shine that he has. And so a lot of people were kind of disappointed with Dr. Sleep because, you're all thinking, oh, we're back to the hotel, we're back to Overlook Hotel, and, stuff's going to start happening again. And that's just really not what Dr. Sleep is about. So you have to kind of open your mind when you read Dr. Sleep, but it's a really good read too, and it really makes you focus on Danny and what he's been going through and what the shine is about. So if you want to read a really great Stephen King book that you've not read, this is a great one. Now, a lot of people have said, hey, I get really scared, and that book just really scared me. Now for me, as I've said before, I've been kind of desensitized to scary stuff. I don't get scared easily, but there are disturbing parts in this book. So I think that it's probably just as good a lot of times as being scared. So there are disturbing parts in this book. And there are parts in this book where I was like, whoa, you know, kind of thing. But a lot of people did get scared. So if you get scared really easy, you know, with horror books, you know, then you might want to think about that before you pick this up. I loved it. It's one of my favorites, and it probably always will be. Of course, it's not the favorite. We all know what that one is, which is It. But if you don't care about, you know, scary stuff and you want a really good, intense story, then pick up The Shining. This is fantastic, and I think I rated this a 5-star. And again, it is Stephen King, and I love all of Stephen King's stuff pretty much. So if you like Stephen King, you like horror, you've not read it, pick it up. It's a fantastic read. If you have read this book, let me know in the comments below what you thought about it, and we'll talk about that. Thanks, guys, for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.